Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Wild Things Found Online. I am Vokal the Slug Cat, and we are back yet again with some more Big Toph. So, looks like Tophia has some time on her hands because this is going to be a long video. But I am more than happy to cover that for y'all. If you haven't already, consider subscribing to the channel. Definitely looking forward to see what Tophia is going to be talking about in today's live. And apparently she's on camera, at least for a chunk of this. So we'll get to see Big Toph in all of her bearded glory. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into today's video.
You wish you're in the same bed as me. That's kind of okay. That's
What?
creepy. That's not weird at all. You thought I wasn't gonna go live, but I did. When did I say I wasn't gonna go live? I never said I wasn't gonna go live. Anyways, careful. Thank you. I didn't go live yesterday. God, I'm ugly, says the person who has a profile picture of an anime character. You make that your personality. People that like anime tend to be the most insecure people in life.
What?
You're calling...
Don't you dare talk down on me and my fellow anime enjoyers. I will not stand for this slander, Tophia. And I'm pretty sure you yourself has said that you like anime. But knowing you, that is probably performative as well.
Someone ugly, well, you feel ugly because you could barely look at yourself in the mirror.
Wow.
Be honest with yourself. I know I like anime, but the thing is I'm not going around calling people ugly. And if I did, it's because someone provoked me to, because they said it first.
That is not true, girl. You have shamed people for how they look without being provoked. So don't even do that. Do we need to go back to the video where I can't remember the context exactly, but someone basically wrote to Tophia saying like, hey, you could be doing some things to better your life, yada, yada. And she was just like, you look like you eat too many Big Macs or some shit. Really, Tophia? Come on, man.
You really gotta think. Why do people just talk about people's looks straight up unprovoked? What provoked you to call me ugly? I didn't even say anything about your looks, but I can go there. And considering the fact that a lot of the people that talks about people being ugly are the ones that literally don't even show their face at all.
They would probably mog you 9 times out of 10, Toph. Let's be so for real. And, you know, that 5 o'clock shadow's looking pretty nice, girl. You, it's crazy. I haven't seen Tophia's face in so long. Yeah, just continuously going downhill, as I've said previously. Yep.
How you gonna call someone ugly when you don't even have the guts to show your actual face online? It's weird, and then people be coming to their defense. No, that's being a big bully. Don't be a big bully. How you gonna defend people bullying somebody for their looks? Nobody asked. What do you mean I can't go live after a certain time? I got no rules.
Right. I should have probably mentioned that in the intro, but I got the live notification. I seen it in the morning when I woke up for work, but the live notification was for like 2 a.m. Eastern. So like, it's like midnight. So, you know, not to speculate or to try and dox at all, but unless Tophia is just an idiot and doesn't care about getting kicked out of another shelter, there's no way that she's indoors going live. Especially like this is like over a 2-hour live, y'all. We're going to be here for a while, so go ahead and grab your snacks. So, I mean, Tophia, I don't know, man. This is leading credence to you being in some type of pop-up where you're actually outside in your own little area. So, yeah. Probably not the smartest move to show your face. Just saying.
To an extent. It's called privacy. Well, does it look like there's anyone here? No, it's just me. I blocked those accounts. Rage baiting is different than calling someone ugly. Calling someone ugly is not rage bait.
Tophia, calling someone ugly literally is rage bait. They're saying something to get an angry reaction out of you. It's the definition of rage bait, and you fall for it basically every single time. It's a glorious thing.
Rage baiting is using a topic like race to rage bait someone. I don't share a room. You don't even know where I'm at, so hold on. You don't even know where I'm at, so. But rage bait is literally a topic to get people to get angry, like white women trying to make black women angry. That's rage baiting. Rage baiting is not calling someone ugly. That's being a bully. Call it what it is and stop trying to defend being a bully. Your whole existence online has been nothing but you being rage baited. Calling someone ugly is not rage baiting. Again, that's being a bully. If you do not want to be called a bully, then don't be a bully.
Tophia, you're 32 years old. Like, you're not getting bullied, man. Shut up. You're a whole adult. This isn't grade school. You're not getting bullied. You're getting criticized. Okay? Let's use our words now. Come on.
When has calling someone ugly rage baited? That's not how that works. My connection, that's because there's only one bar. Rage baiting has everything to do with race too, because people use race to rage bait. A lot of white people rage bait black people because, let me tell you something, white people know not to say the N-word, but they do it anyways. You know why? Because they love to make black people mad. That's their motive, right? White women say stuff all the time to black women to provoke black women to get mad. That's rage baiting. Yes, race can be a part of rage baiting. There's a lot of things that could be rage baiting.
Thanks, Tophia. I would have never guessed.
Ugly is not one of them. You cannot call somebody ugly. Calling somebody ugly is not rage baiting. That's bullying. You're making fun of someone's looks. Making fun of people is not rage baiting. Considering the fact that when you're talking about rage, I feel like it's beyond angry. And right now I'm mad chillin', so I'm not even enraged. I'm just being truthfully honest. The people that call people ugly are the ones that won't look in the mirror themselves. That's honest. If you don't like the honesty, then you could kick rocks. Nothing I said was me saying it with rage. Nowhere did I sound angry, so technically they didn't rage bait me. And that's not even rage baiting, so calling me trans is not going to make me angry. It's just going to cause you to get blocked. And
block party.
I don't even look in the mirror, because if I look like you, I can't even say what I would do if I look like you. I'm trying to be nice and trying to respond with kindness, because if I look like you, well, let's just say you better hope your parents have life insurance. That's all I gotta say if I look like you.
Wow, you're trying so hard to be nice. I can really see it. I totally see it, Tophia. That was a nice rebuttal there. Absolutely.
Trying to be nice, because there's a lot of people that have PCOS, and PCOS, one of the symptoms of PCOS is there are women that grow beards because of PCOS. It's a medical condition. Making fun of someone for having a beard is weird, considering the fact that women are supposed to have hair. And you're
okay, but like, do you have PCOS? I mean, she probably does, but do you even know? Have you ever gotten checked, Tophia? Or are you just using this as like a straw man argument for why you don't take care of yourself? Come on.
You're a misogynist. So
what?
When people say, oh, you do stuff for male attention, that's doing stuff for male attention, because you just literally do what males do, and you're a woman. That's weird. You're not a feminist. You can't call yourself, you're not a girl's girl, because girls do not talk about women and their hair. That's like men saying women's armpits have to be shaved, their leg has to be shaved, other places have to be shaved, right? That is so weird.
Okay, so no one said any of that, Tophia, but yeah, if someone calls you out on your hair looking like a rat's nest, it doesn't mean that they're like misogynistic. It just means your hair looks like shit. And that's just honesty. Oh well.
Why would you want to be a misogynist? Women have beards because of PCOS. Women have a lot of things. Did you know that there was a trans woman that said that laser hair removal should be available to everyone, not just trans people, but to women. And I do agree.
It is. Just go pay for it. Like, what are you talking about? It is available to everyone. What the fuck are we talking about right now?
Because I have to pay for laser hair removal. I can help that I grow a beard. Do you know how crazy it is that I grow a lot of hair? I shave one day and it's already grown back. That's how crazy it is. The next day I have that. There's nothing I can do about it except just live with it. I shave a lot. Trying to make someone insecure over something that they can't control is crazy, considering the fact that I have to shave my neck too, because they couldn't figure out why I was growing hair on my neck, and it makes my neck look dark, and sometimes it makes it look like I haven't even washed my neck.
Literal neck beard chew. That's crazy work.
Women do have beards because actually back in the day, back in the 1900s, the early 1900s, when they had the teas in circuses, remember the woman with the beard in the circus? She made money. The bearded lady. There's women that have beards that rock full-grown beards. Women. Who decided what the beauty standard was? Why did we decide women are not allowed to have hair? Why did we decide the beauty standard was blonde-haired, blue-eyed women? Why did we decide that? Well, I don't know if it's PCOS.
Girl, stop with this whole blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman is the beauty standard. Like, what are you living in the 90s? Tophia, like,
Are we just going to pretend like, like let's say like the past decade or so, like, is Kim Kardashian just irrelevant? She's literally like a Middle Eastern woman with dark brown eyes and brunette hair. And like, she had the world by the balls for at least a decade. Like, what are you talking about? This hatred against white women is it's really insane. I don't get it, Tophia. Your mom is a white woman, so I don't understand why you are so vehemently against white people. I just don't get it.
I haven't been tested for that. But I do know that it's just weird to judge women on what they have. Who decided what the beauty standard is? People have literally broken the beauty standard. The lizard man got his whole body tattooed in scales. A guy that has his face is altered and he's got horns coming out of his skin. Who sits here and is just like, I'm just gonna nitpick on what people have? It's crazy. I will shave crazy, and the next day the hair on my face is already growing back, and there's nothing I can do about it, because the only way to do something about it is laser hair removal, which means when you get that, it stops it at the root so it doesn't grow back.
Okay, so you're Tophia, you're literally detailing exactly what you could do about it.
But you want the taxpayer to pay for that for you as well. Like, no. Save up some money and go get laser hair removal if that's what you want. Like, hair removal is not like a necessity. It's not something that's really a detriment to your health. It should not be part. Like, no, just get the fuck out of here.
I don't have any waxing kits. I can't afford that.
Of course not.
I shave a lot, and I use the eyebrow shaver, because if I use a regular shaver, like a regular razor, that just makes the hair grow back a lot faster. It doesn't even work. I shave a lot, and for me, sometimes I'm tired. I don't want to keep shaving and shaving, and I know.
Tired from what? You have nothing but time on your hands, Tophia. Like, being tired is a poor excuse when you literally do not work. There are people that work 40, 60, 80 hours that still keep up their appearance upkeep. So like, no, you don't get to use I'm tired as an excuse. If you need to shave every day, then you just need to shave every day. It's really just that simple.
I know that there's on TikTok, they have these laser hair removal that you can do at home.
Oh,
I don't got
wow.
money for that. You got money for that? I don't have to shave every day because I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I don't need to shave for what? Someone likes me for who I am.
Sure.
Why do I have to shave just because you don't like it?
Okay. So if people like you regardless, then what are we talking about? Why are we even talking about this?
If you don't care, then why?
Like, what are we doing? If you don't care and you don't feel like you need to shave every day, then fine, don't shave every day. But don't complain to us about wanting laser hair removal. Like, I don't give a fuck.
No one gives a fuck what you like. I don't give a fuck what you like. It's not about what you like. I could go to your page right now and pick something apart about you that I don't like and tell you you need to change that. That would be very rude. I don't bully people. I don't start picking apart their looks and this and that. A lot of the celebrities, if you were to see them without makeup, you would be shocked. A lot of people feel like they have to keep themselves a certain way. Why do you think they get all these plastic surgeries and all these Botox and lip fillers, and they make themselves a certain way? People looked better before their plastic surgeries and they look horrible after. I've seen so many people go to the extremes with their plastic surgery that they look better when they were younger. People turn to plastic surgery because they got bullied. Oh, who was one of the biggest celebrities of all time that got plastic surgery for being bullied? We all know who that was, Michael Jackson. In the movie Michael, his dad would make fun of him and call him Big Nose. And the media nitpicked. Oh, he felt like his acne. That was an insecurity of his acne, and then became his nose. His dad called him Big Nose. And because of that, he turned to plastic surgery. So much plastic surgery, his nose started caving in. And I'm pretty sure he could barely breathe. That meant that much nose jobs, and his nose is caving in. His septum was deviated pretty badly. It's not a lie. He was probably struggling and having breathing problems with the amount of nose jobs that he got done because of people like you who make people feel insecure. That's why a lot of women get gigantic boobs.
Okay, what? I just feel like this is about to take a weird turn. But for one, people cannot make you feel insecure. That if you are insecure, that is your own mind working against you. And you should work to rectify that. You should be mentally comfortable with how you look, even for Toph, of course, I'm not going to take any shots. That's low hanging fruit. But Toph, you should feel like you look fine. Everyone should feel like they look good in their own opinion. Because if you're not your own fan, how else is anyone else going to be a fan of you? You know what I'm saying? So, but no, like, you can't blame people for making you insecure. You need to build up resolve where you don't care what people are saying about you. That's not how that works.
For me, I've never understood having beanbag sized boobs. Whatever people do with their money is on them. I'm not going to bash people for any type of plastic surgery because it's their money. Whatever they do,
I mean, you kind of are right now, though.
But that one girl that had, I don't know if it was 3 boobs or 2, and one of them exploded, she got infected. Someone showed actual saline implants, and when her saline implants were taken out, it was mold. She had molded implants inside her body. K. Michelle took her BBL out, her butt. She had that removed. A lot of these surgeries are damaging your body. And it's not even about people saying, hey, having an issue and trying to tell people what to do with their bodies. But it's not healthy. It's damaging your body. Having that big of breasts is damaging your body, especially if it's not natural. And especially when that busted inside of her, all that fluid went everywhere.
This is a weird conversation,
so now she's probably going to have to suffer with unknown whatever comes up that she doesn't know is going to come up because of an infection. That's just crazy. Shaming for having implants is not misogynistic. Actually, getting plastic surgery, a lot of people get plastic surgery for men. It is misogyny pushes people to plastic surgery.
Of course, somehow.
come on. This anti-men rhetoric, I'm sick of it. Like, everything is our fault somehow. I'm so annoyed. I do not want to hear this shit. Someone choosing to do something to their own bodies and somehow it's our fault. Like, okay, sure, whatever, man.
So saying that someone making fun of someone for, or not, I'm not even making fun of someone, but talking about plastic surgery and you say I'm not shaming people, actually that's the opposite, because for women to get that big of boobs is for the attention. Let's call it for what it is, right? They're trying to garner some sort of attention from somebody. May not be men either, women as well. When they walk around, they love the reactions they get from people being like, oh my God. Women alike, whether it's a negative reaction or a good reaction, they feed off of that attention. There is no way. People walk around looking abnormal because they want that attention. The girl.
So, like, is it just impossible that maybe they just wanted it because they wanted it? Is that just not a thing? Maybe they were insecure about their bust, so they just wanted it to be bigger. Like, is that just not possible? It has to be specifically for attention. And it's crazy that this is coming from one of the biggest attention seekers online at that. And then follow up. You want to talk about people looking abnormal. There's a joke in there somewhere, but okay.
Girl who literally made herself look like a real life Barbie doll. You can't lie. If I wanted to get bigger boobs than what I have, it's some people, and I'm talking about the really extreme. I'm not talking about going up a few sizes because you want bigger boobs because you feel like yours are too small. I'm talking about the ones that go to the extreme and they get ones that look like beanbag size. And you know what I'm talking about, those overly gigantic ones. I'm not talking about someone that just feels like they want a little bit bigger boobs. No.
You know, this is a weird conversation in and of itself, but I had a thought, like, if someone was to offer Tophia to get like liposuction and a tummy tuck, she would do it. Free of charge, she would do it in a heartbeat, but she has the nerve to criticize people for doing what they want with their own body. You know, it's their own body, man. If that's what people want to do, fuck it. They're not hurting anybody else. I could care less.
I'm not talking about those people that want attention. I'm talking about the ones that make their body look abnormal. You know what I mean? That one girl that had the big boobs and one of them busted. If you're walking around with these shirts, right? And tube top shirts, mind you. And you're walking around with these gigantic boobs out in front of you. You can't just negate the fact that that's not for attention. That's literally for attention. There's no other reason. And the shirts that they're wearing, especially people, and I'm not saying all people that alter their bodies, people want a crazy reaction out of people. Some people do it for the reactions. Whoa. And I know some people that didn't split their tongue for attention, but people that have, because it's cool. You don't see people walking around every day with a split tongue. You don't see people walking around every day with a horn coming out of their skin. You don't see people walking around every day with these abnormal. They alter the heck out of their bodies, especially with a butt that is so big that it's abnormally big. You know what I mean? Who wants to walk around with a butt that big that you can barely fit anywhere? No, and especially women that have naturally big butts like that, they can tell you the issues they have to face or the issues they have to go through.
Is this just like jealousy? Because it low key just sounds like you're not in a position to do these things and you don't get these types of reactions. Because, like, why are we still talking about this? Like, who cares? They aren't hurting anybody. If it's their body, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big freedom guy. If, like, you can do whatever you want as long as you're not hurting anyone in the process. Is how I feel about it. So I don't really care.
You know, if you want to split your tongue or get some fucking horns on your head, hey man, do you. Now, how people perceive you based on these, alterations that you make to yourself, that's a whole other thing entirely. But I would never tell someone like, hey, you shouldn't do that. You can't do that. Like, who cares?
Why would anyone want those problems? There's a girl, Gracie. I forget her name. Anyways, she has lymphedema. But people believe she got surgery to make her butt look that big. Lymphedema is a disease that, what is it, your nerve? I'm trying to think what it is. It's like your nerve veins or something's messed up with them and your body swells in one area bigger than the other. So like Wendy Williams, she has lymphedema in her legs. That's why her legs look swollen like that, because it's lymphedema. For Gracie, it's her butt and whatever surrounding areas around that is lymphedema. But people think that she got the surgery for a bigger butt for attention, which is not true. Sometimes we have to really be careful and decipher plastic surgery from real bodies.
Okay, like I'm assuming she's probably talking about like Gracie Bond, I think is her name. And okay, yeah, if that is true, okay, sure. But let's not act as if she has not made an entire career and platform off of just her ass. Like, what do you mean? That, like, are you serious right now? She literally seeks attention. She's just like the women that you were talking about 5 minutes ago. It's just natural, but she still is seeking attention because that's all she flaunts. That's the reason why people even know who she is. What are you talking about? Stupid contradiction.
Sitting here nitpicking someone's body and then saying we want real bodies or support real bodies, but then when it comes to the real bodies, you're body shaming them, and then people alter their body. And a lot of these people have been bullied. A lot of these people that get plastic surgery were bullied. That's why they got plastic surgery. My burning brother.
Your insecurity is not my problem. Period.
That's not even your real profile picture. I was gonna say something, but I know that's not your real profile picture.
Nah, say it. Say it.
Because if you put your real profile picture, it'd probably match next to Jabba the Hutt. You can't even show your real face.
And Tophia coming out with the low blows and the cheap shots based on looks. Wow. As if she didn't just spend the last like 10 minutes talking about how people shouldn't judge people based on their looks. But of course, when it comes to insulting, that's the first thing that she can go to. Lame.
Troll with someone else's face. Maybe you don't show your face because your parents are ashamed of you. And that's why you don't show your face, because your insecurities, right? People have bullied you to the point where you don't want to show your face.
Sure,
and you're
Tophia.
talking about my burning brother. The only thing that you should be worried about is when one of your family members has to burn. When the time comes, one of your family members is going to burn. Probably already burned to a crisp. They probably asked you before they put your family member in, original or extra crispy. What, do you want a 12-piece or do you want a 32-piece? That's what...
See, Tophia, now, with this response, you can't get mad when people continue to make these types of jokes. Because if this is going to be your rebuttal, then it's free game, man. Like Tophia she just does not know how to be the bigger person, even though she's always the bigger person. But that's besides the point. Like Tophia, you cannot sit here and try to grandstand and, put yourself up on this moral pedestal and then constantly sink down to the same level as the people that you're talking about. Like it's a contradiction. You sound stupid.
They was asking you, let's get that one pack. What pack you be smoking? Your whole family be passing that pack around. Like,
womp womp.
Corny? Oh no, corny.
It is. It's very corny.
To a crisp. Did you know that when people are cremated, people's residues, so my brother's ashes is mixed with someone else because they can't 100% clean where they cremate people. Crematorium.
Okay, yeah.
So the crematorium, they can't 100% clean people, but so my brother's mixed with other people, which is very weird to think about.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I would think, there might be like a little bit of residue left behind, but I'm pretty sure they have to like very thoroughly clean the chamber in between cremations, I would imagine. Somebody let me know in the comments, please. Thank you.
I'm trying to fulfill my mom's wishes and bury my brother. People say you could just spread his ashes, and I don't want to carry him around in a necklace. I'd be carrying somebody else around. I don't want to have him with me because I'm carrying somebody else around.
So I'm pretty sure that's a new excuse unlocked on the Battle Pass. Really, Tophia? Is that the excuse we're going with as to why you won't just go get your brother and put him in like a locket or something? Ridiculous, man. I guess.
I'm carrying pieces of somebody else's loved one mixed in with my brother. That's not even a joke. The morgue, they literally can't 100% clean after they cremated someone else. So your loved one is mixed with somebody else. No, it's not lies. Look it up. Even a mortician will tell you that. A literal mortician made a video talking about that. I saw a video. It's a literal mortician. And I don't even know why I got onto that video. It was on YouTube, I think.
Because you look up morbid shit. That's why. Because you're always talking about some weird controversy or some fucked up shit. That's all you ever post. Like that's why it's in your algorithm, because you're a weird person that seems to just like looking at tragedies. That's what it seems like to me.
I had to stop watching because death for me is, I don't take death very well, especially the fact I'm afraid of death. In a sense of sometimes I'm like, I'm ready to go. But death to me is scary. You never wake up. And here's this thing that people are telling you about heaven. What if heaven is not real? What if you die and heaven is just the placeholder so you're not afraid of dying? They just tell you heaven exists so you don't be afraid of dying.
Okay. And I mean, even if it is, like, either way, we're all gonna go. So like, what? I mean, what are you supposed to do with that thought, Tophia? Like, we're going either way. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. You better just get the accepting, I guess. I don't know.
You're going to go to this wonderful place, but once you die, what if your world just goes black? I think that's what happened when you die. Everything just goes black, and that's it. Lights are out, especially when you die. For some people, I don't know what some instances are, like how the person is dying, but I think for 10 seconds your brain is working and then it stops. So you're dead. You have no movement whatsoever except your brain and your eyes. You have function for like 10 seconds, but you can't move. I think it was 10 or 5 seconds. It's not performative depression. Think about it. We're all gonna die. We don't live forever. Nobody can live forever.
Yeah,
There's
no shit.
this guy that is actively paying loads of money to live forever. I don't think no amount of money is gonna save you from living forever.
Duh.
I don't. You could put all kinds of money into this medical science and think that science is gonna save you and help you live forever. I think you die. I think we all are gonna die. It doesn't matter how much money you put into trying to live forever. You cannot live forever. Talking about this, what is it, chrono? Freezing your body. They claim Walt Disney is frozen under Disneyland or whatever, wherever it's at. Yeah, Disneyland. I think it was so crazy to even think about it. You know what I saw? Someone sent me a screenshot too, and I forgot to save that. So they're mad because I found right. The Kiwi farm, which someone told me, is a place where they're ableist and they're racist. And for me, I don't understand why people is defending the fact that they called me a dirty M-word. and I'm not going to repeat it because that's all horrible things to say. And then they got mad at me because I posted that, but you're being racist and prejudiced and ableist, and you thought you was going to get away with that.
All of the ist and isms. Oh, like, okay. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm not on the kiwi farms. I have no idea. But
Tophia, I feel like that's a crowd that you probably you probably should stay away from. If you want to avoid getting trolled and bullied, kiwi farms, you probably shouldn't be snooping around there. That just seems counterintuitive. Just saying.
So now they're mad because I found out about the kiwi farms because someone told me, and I'm not going to say who. But
who would be mad? I would have assumed that you already knew about kiwi farms. It's been around forever.
Like, what do you mean?
What I was going to say, and then I forgot. I was talking about. Oh, someone said that because I found the kiwi farm, that basically I'm going to die. Now, why would you tell me I'm going to die and say one way or another she's going to die? I don't know. It was a whole thing insinuating that basically because I found the kiwi farms, I'm not going to make it out alive.
You got any evidence, or is this just more baseless things and accusations that you're saying? Because, like, come on. What are we doing?
Let me tell you something that is legal. I have protection around me. So,
girl, no, the fuck you don't. What protection? Where's the protection at? If you had some protection, you probably wouldn't be in a damn shelter. If you had people that were willing to protect you. If you're talking about like on a spiritual level, nah, gang, I don't think so. Based on your character and your morals, no. Absolutely not.
So if you're insinuating death in any way, shape, or form, the only person who's going to need life insurance first is you. Because I don't understand why people are making these threats. I am not dying because I found a kiwi farm. People will die before I do.
Tophia, like, oh man. I keep saying it, you know, ever since this whole thing with the supposed doxing of the shelter. Like, why are you antagonizing these people? If someone did really say that, why would you come back online and antagonize them when you are you're basically stuck in one location? You have no way to get from point A to point B. And I'm assuming someone knows where you're at. I'm not looking into it. I really don't care, but I wouldn't be surprised if people know where you're at. So again, this just seems like a terrible idea because there are some crazy people out there in the world, Tophia, and it's like you just want to egg them on. But you keep talking about like, oh, I got to worry about my safety. I got to be safe. Well, this doesn't seem like a smart thing to do. Just saying.
Self-defense. What even possessed you to even say something like that? Someone has PTSD and you proceed to say that since I found the kiwi farm, I'm going to die. Like, however you stated it, it was a weird statement to make. One way or another, she's going to die if she doesn't, like, I think they insinuated something about taking myself out or they're going to take me out. That literally does not make sense. No, it's a literal screenshot. I got proof. It's a literal screenshot of somebody saying something because of the fact I found that kiwi farms.
Sure.
Someone
okay.
said, do you know about the kiwi farm? And I was like, the kiwi farm about you? And I was like, no. What is that? And they were like, it's a place where they're racist and ableist. Mind you, these MFers are scrambling so badly that they're privatizing their pages. They privatized the Discord. They privatized the chat. You want to know why they It's a repeat of Isaac's Discord 2.0. Chew Crew 2.0. You can run and privatize all the chats you want. That's not going to stop me from getting information, and I don't have anybody in the Discord to give me information.
I know you don't have anyone in the Discord or the Reddit or Kiwi Farms to get you information, Toph. It's you. It's you. You have nothing better to do with your time or your life. So you spend time perusing these sites that talk shit about you, which mentally cannot be healthy. Like I can't imagine just going through like hundreds of posts where people are just clowning and roasting my shit for like hours on end. Like, I guess, man, I don't know. You're weird.
They provided it to me. You ain't doing nothing new that Isaac hasn't done. To be running and privatizing your Discord is not going to stop me.
Okay.
Your Discord is going to get taken down, and I don't have to tell people to report it.
Wow, Tophia, the Discord will get taken down and then they will make a new one. Congratulations. You got the dub, I guess.
Now that people know what you've been saying in the Discord, your Discord is going to get shut down and you're going to make and put up another one. Trust me, that's how the Chu crew got taken down. And I didn't tell people to report it, mind you. The Discord got 300,000. This is from someone who has connections to somebody in Discord that gave me this information. 300,000 reports on that Chu Crew Discord.
Oh, bullshit. Get out of here.
No. You're not going to make me believe that you have these super connections because when I used to stream, I ran my own Discord. And bruh, there's the owners cannot even see how many reports there are. So there's no way in hell. You're just pulling a number out of your ass, man. And if there was 300,000 reports, I'm sure it would have been taken down well before it got to that number. That's an insane number of reports. Like, get real.
Do you know how crazy that is for 300,000 people to report a Discord? 300,000 people.
It's 300,000 reports, not people, but okay.
And this has nothing to do with being in defense of me. Because the F shit that people were saying, you think you're going to get away with being racist? First of all, even talking about my family. What gives you the right to talk about my dad and his bipolar, if you care, and then say the only sane person in the family was my brother?
I mean, that's kind of what it seems like because, well, your dad, he was a fucking scammer, no matter how you try to slice it. On meds, off meds. He's a scammer. He's a scam artist. Your mom is, you and your mom is Tweedledee and Tweedledum. I don't know what's wrong with Marie, but she's an enabling POS that has also said many problematic and racist things in the past. And then, of course, there's you. So, like, the closest person to being sane was your brother, as far as we know. And then he still also had his own problematic shit, as far as the allegations and accusations around him talking to minors. So, yeah, we're going to criticize Toph. Oh, well.
The only normal person, my brother was in special ed. I was in special ed. To literally make fun of my disability is whack. You whack as hell. You're a whack ass. You're whack. If you sit in a Discord being racist, and yet you come on my page and people say, oh, you're racist, then what about that Discord? Y'all was sitting in there being racist and being ableist. Not only that, the Discord literally has minors in the Discord talking about you're gonna see me naked like Mama Chu. I saw Mama Chu half naked. That's a weird thing to be saying in a group, in a chat that has minors in it, talking about you're gonna see me naked. But you guys claim you care about minor safety, but when it comes to predators in your own backyard, you don't say nothing. Who said I'm trying to get disability benefits? I didn't say I'm trying to get disability benefits.
You are, though.
Yeah, they did. They said in the Discord, which I have a screenshot of, I'm a minor, and then someone said, you're gonna see me naked. I saw Mama Chu half naked, and I don't know. No one
Some
see
weird
my mom
shit.
half naked. That is weird. And the thing is, people deflecting and putting it on me are the same people defending the predators. Because how come no one is outraged by that? Considering the fact that how many times have they said that there was predators in the Reddit and ain't nobody spoke up? Hello? Like, someone said that in the Discord. I have a screenshot. They said they saw Mama Chu half naked, and then they said, you're gonna see me naked. I saw Mama Chu half naked. Then, which nobody see my mom half naked. Then there was someone in there that said, I'm a minor. And literally, they were having a whole conversation about, you're gonna see me naked. What the heck? I don't gotta make this stuff up. There's proof someone sent it to me. I have to go save it. So I'm gonna have to end live and then save it and then come back. My mom sent it to me because she got screenshots from someone else who started directly sending screenshots to me. What are you supposed to do with this information? Well, I told you it's a Discord, and I told you it's a Discord about me. What you're supposed to do with this information is report it to the FBI. If I report it to the FBI, it's not going to make a difference because the FBI... Sorry, the 20% battery came up. The FBI will not do anything if it's one person reporting. The FBI won't do anything. It has to be more than one person making a report for the FBI to even do anything. One person alone reporting it to the FBI is not going to do anything. Multiple people have to report it. Now that you know the information, right, and you're saying, what can I do with it?
Well, I mean, you say we know the information, but you're just giving us hearsay. You haven't provided any proof. Like, where the proof at? Drop something. Drop a receipt. Drop the screenshot. Like, I don't know, man. I feel Tophia just be saying shit. And we all know Tophia is not a reliable narrator. I cannot really believe anything she says or insinuates without some form of proof, man. I'm going to need a little evidence, Toph.
What you can do is STF you because you're a predator. If you're defending that and you have to ask the question, what would you do in the situation? Let's say if it was me in that situation, you would have ran and called the cops. Let's not lie. You know what to do in this situation. You just choose not to do it. How old are you that you don't know what to do in a situation that involves minors? Call the cops. Call the FBI so they can investigate. That's the stupidest question I heard. You're just making an excuse to not report something. It's crazy because if it was me, you would have reported it right away. Anyways, let me put my phone on the charger. Let me save that photo and then I'll come back. Okay. Well then, here's the thing. If you say nobody gives a F about this, then why are people calling me a predator? If they don't give a F, then they shouldn't be calling me a predator because they don't care about predators.
Probably because you have done the same shit that you're basically accusing other people of doing. Because you have told us yourself out of your own fucking mouth that you were in Discords or in like chat groups with minors for Wesley or Justin, whoever the fuck it was. You literally did like a whole weekend virtual sleepover with minors in there. So you're in the same boat. So, like, what do you mean? That's why people are giving you shit. You're in the same exact boat of doing weird shit.
They don't care about child safety. You see, you're speaking for people. So literally, you just spoke for everyone and said that they defend predators. That person just said that you all defend predators. They just said you don't give a F. You just spoke for them. You literally just said nobody gives a F. Hello. Sorry, I had to put my phone on the charger. Why are you asking questions? Never forget. I don't know. Cover histories. Because my phone is charging. Fuck. Stay on. So, the first one says, it says right there, it says not ID verification Chu. Then Geo responded and said, I'm a minor. So, sorry, I accidentally muted it. So Geo says, I'm a minor. They continue to have conversation ignoring the fact that someone said I'm a minor. Now let's not say someone's joking and saying that they're a minor, because that is also weird. Because why are you as a grown adult saying I'm a minor? So let's not justify it that way either, because I know people will. Then here is the other one that I was telling you guys about. It literally, that is Geo. Isn't that not the same person that said I'm a minor, talking about you're gonna see me naked? Some weird shit. I just saw Mamachu half naked. You are fine. Then they replied, you're gonna see me naked next. That is literally the same person that just said I'm a minor. And for those of you who are illiterate and don't know how to read, Geo. Nuh-uh, I'm a minor. Sorry. Geo, you're gonna see me naked next. For the illiterate people that really don't know how to read. My life revolves around the Discord, so you're defending pedophilia? You're defending the fact that a minor just said they're gonna show themselves naked to somebody?
No one is defending that, I'm sure. But the mod staff in that Discord needs to handle that. And if they don't, then yeah, people in the Discord need to fucking report it. Simple as that. You know, like what am I like? Not everyone lives in Discord. I'm not gonna go seek out the Chew Discord to try to get to the bottom of this shit, man.
Why are we defending that? Because if it was me and I was in there and someone said that and I didn't say anything, you would expose me. Let's stop acting like you can't expose somebody. Oh, now all of a sudden you forgot how to expose? Is that it?
Okay, well, Tophia, you got your evidence. Why don't you expose them? Drop the evidence, you know, turn it into the FBI. Whatever you want to do it. Like, the fuck? What the fuck are we talking about? Because it doesn't sound like you have made a report. You literally said that if I make the report, it's not going to matter. So again, you're removing yourself from the call of action that you're trying to tell other people to do. Doesn't really make any sense, Toph.
You don't know how to do that. Oh, you don't know how to do that because it's people you want to defend. And the reason why I said if it was me, because y'all are quick when it comes to me. But when it's somebody else, you don't want to do nothing. You cannot sit here and talk about how you're for minor safety, but you don't care when a minor is being put in danger.
Tophia, who the fuck is even talking about that? Nope. Like, bruh, I guarantee no one in your chat is like, we need to have a conversation around minor safety. You're the one that is constantly talking about and bringing up minors. It's weird. Like, because we've been talking about this shit for like 10 minutes probably. Like, what are we doing? What, like, where is this conversation going? If you feel like you have evidence of some fucked up shit going on, report it. The fuck are you telling us for? What are we supposed to do? We're just other regular fucking people on the internet, man. Not everyone is in the Discord. Not everyone is in the Reddit. Not everyone is on Kiwi farms. We're not cyber police, Tophia. If you have evidence, report the shit and move the fuck on. I don't know what else to tell you.
You don't care when a minor is being put in danger. One person cannot report to the FBI and the FBI is just going to get up and do something.
Again, removing yourself from actually doing anything, because apparently your voice doesn't matter, but ours does. Like, okay, I guess.
A lot of people gotta make reports. One person is not gonna make motion. Sorry, I'm drinking orange juice. It would, because the thing is that you can't come in my live stream and call me a predator and then defend a predator. That's stupid. That's like someone from MAGA calling out somebody being a predator and they supported the biggest predator of them all. Because Trump is a predator. He's in the Epstein files. I don't even know how many times. You heard someone say I'm a predator, so you run with it. And then you're quick to call me out. Especially you have called me out. You have lied on me and said I have said inappropriate things to minors and messages. Was no, I haven't. I have never spoken to a minor inappropriately. Let's not lie. I don't speak to minors by themselves inappropriately.
Up and look at that.
So I was curious because I was like, let me look at the Reddit real quick and see if there's anything about this this shit that's going on as far as this whole Discord situation. Yeah, it's interesting because the supposed minor, because who knows? It, like, the way that they brought that up, it was just random. It almost feels like they were intentionally saying shit to try and have, like, put dirt on the Discord, so to speak. I found a screenshot of that conversation and they banned the supposed minor right after that. Because what it said, I'll probably have to go back or something. But right after, because I think her screenshot cuts off at the WTF and oh nah. There's another message that says and then the person was banned. And it's the same timestamp. It's exactly at 11:35, right when that message came out. They kicked the person out immediately. So, moderation team, good job. Y'all was on y'all shit. So, did you not see that part? Did your source not send you that screenshot that they at least removed the supposed minor? It almost seems like you're just looking for dirt to try to shut down the Discord, Toph. I don't know, man.
Yo, editor Vokal here. I apologize in advance. This part might sound like shit because I'm not running it through my normal audio chain. But I was giving this whole Discord thing some more thought as I was editing the video. And there was a couple things that stuck out to me that I did want to share. So right off the bat, of course, we have the two screenshots up here. We got Tophia's screenshot on the left, which she claims it's not edited, it's not cropped. She's going to say that later on. And like, obviously this is a cropped photo. What I want to draw attention to is, of course, we do see the timestamps. I was incorrect. The timestamps from the person that posted this in the Reddit is for 11:35, whereas Tophia's screenshot is for 9:35 when all this happened. Now, of course, time zone differences is what comes to mind. And again, I'll state again that the person in question that is supposedly a minor was kicked out within the same minute. But of course, Tophia's supposed source didn't capture that part in the screenshot that they sent Tophia, right? Right. And I got to thinking, I was like, man, the person in the Reddit, they're 2 hours ahead of Tophia's screenshot, almost as if they're on the East Coast and the person that supposedly sent Tophia's screenshot is in Mountain Time Zone, the same time zone that Tophia is in. That is, man, it's a lot of coincidences. I'm just saying, something to think about.
One time there was this girl, and I'm going to explain. We had a group chat for someone that we were all in support of. This girl made it seem like she was going to the Olympics. She was in gymnastics. She got her supposed acceptance letter to compete in competitions to help push her to, not push her, but to help further her for the Olympics. So basically, these competitions she was going to compete in basically was working her way up to the Olympics. These are prestigious competitions to get you into the Olympics. So we were all in support of that, right? Obviously, that is huge. That's a huge step closer to the Olympics.
Okay.
Come to find out, this girl was stealing some other girl's pictures, which I found out and had to report to the guy that we had the group chat for, because she was sending him a lot of gifts, spending a lot of money. And that should have been something that I should have raised a red flag, because what kind of a minor has money like that to be spending that much money? And it wasn't even just small gifts here and there.
Why are we still talking about minors? Like, okay, so it's, I mean, at least from what I can understand from what she just got done saying, it sounds like a grown person was LARPing as a minor in this group. Like, okay. And I'm assuming like she's talking about like some group shit. So this is probably like years ago. Who cares, Tophia? Move on. I know nothing is happening in your life right now, but we do not want to hear stories from 5-10 years ago. I don't care.
Those gifts added up. It was thousands of dollars. And to me, what kind of a person has money like that? And I understand people that do gymnastics that are going up prestigious competitions to the Olympics. Their parents probably have a lot of money. But anyways, so I'm not even... First of all, when you say I'm talking about minors, I'm not even talking inappropriately about minors.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're talking inappropriately or not. Why is the subject revolving around minors? It's weird. We've been talking about minors for like 15-20 minutes now. Like, I'm over it. Talk about something else, man. It's like, this is why people feel like you're a creep and a weirdo. And like, I always try to give Tophia the benefit of the doubt, even with the the whole group hangout sleepover shit, because we, at least in my opinion, I feel like Tophia doesn't strike me as that type of person, and there hasn't ever been any type of allegations in that regard specifically. She's just really boy crazy about, Justin Burke, Wesley Boba, these other TikTok guys. And yes, they probably did have minors in there. They was probably throwing them a little few shekels here and there, which is disgusting in my opinion. But can we switch topics? Like, why are we still here? Please move on.
I'm not a man. I'm trying to refrain from saying...
Whoa, hold on, go back. Because what the fuck does being a man have to do with anything, Tophia? I'm tired of this slander.
Their parents probably have a lot of money. But anyways, so I'm not even... First of all, when you say I'm talking about minors, I'm not even talking inappropriately about minors. Okay. I'm not a man. I'm trying to refrain from saying stuff because what I was told was what I had been saying was wrong, because I was gonna say the only person that is a man is your mom in bed. So I would suggest you leave people alone, because I'm not a man. I'm not even talking inappropriately about minors, and I'm telling the story because it's important to get a backstory on what I was just talking about. I don't talk inappropriately to minors in DMs, and I'm explaining. So anyways, this girl had talked to me. First of all, she asked me to be in the group chat. I asked everyone. They said it was okay, because she had told me the guy liked me.
Okay.
Mind you, everyone had been saying this to me because of a video.
And you believe them. Christ.
It was the whole thing. Basically, when someone, it was like, oh, you got the best video out of everyone. Just things like that. And people don't go the extra mile for someone they don't like.
Here we fucking go, man.
No, I don't think so. I just kept brushing it off. Plus, I had another friend that was obsessed. And any time something like that would get brought up, she would have snapped. She would have got angry. She would have said, no, he does not like her. Stop saying that. She would have got hella mad. Anyways, that does not pertain to the story. So, this girl got caught. She wrote a message to everyone privately in private DMs. And I just had a small, brief conversation to her. I don't remember what I said, but I was pissed off. You catfished all of us. You pretended that you were going to the gym, to the Olympics. You stole someone's photos and you were not truthfully honest.
Like, I don't get it. Like, Tophia, you just got done talking about the Discord and how there's minors in there, and then you turn around and tell us a story about how you were in a group with other people and there was this minor that who y'all thought was a minor was going to be going to the Olympics. Like what the fuck is this story, man? I don't understand. Again, you are talking shit and calling people weird for doing the exact same shit that you fucking do. It's weird, period. It's weird that minors would be in there, regardless of if they're going to the Olympics or not. Like, that's fucking weird that y'all were even kept them in there. Like, what the fuck are we talking about right now?
You were pretending to be someone this whole time when you could have been yourself. And that's the only brief conversation I had with them. I don't even know if they were a minor or not. I don't even know how old the person was because they were catfishing. So I can't even say. And it wasn't even an inappropriate interaction. They just privately DM'd everyone. And I said my piece. And then I just left it at that because I was pissed off. You asked me to join this group chat, which I did. You had me get other people involved. And the fact that you catfished and lied to everyone, mind you, minors don't.
Whoa. Hold the fuck on. Because I just caught that. So you're telling me the person that was pretending to be a minor is the person that invited you to said group and you joined? What the fuck are we doing right now? Tophia, you're a weirdo. Okay, that just seals it. You're weird. Okay? I don't think Tophia is necessarily a predator, but she's weird that she does not have a problem hanging around children, apparently. At her big age. That is fucking weird, Tophia.
Don't have that amount of money to be spending on one person. I was under the assumption that it could be an old man behind the screen. Because what other logic? There is no way a minor has that amount of money. There is no way. No, I didn't lose the plot. The reason why I brought it up is because I said
you
people
did
try
lose
to
the
say
plot.
I had inappropriate conversations with minors when I never had.
Why were you having conversations with minors, period? What about that? Like, why was that even a thing, man?
That's why I brought up that conversation, because I know for a fact that if I say, I don't have conversations with minors.
You do.
Outside of their parents not being involved. That would be weird.
You didn't say nothing about talking to her parents or this catfish's parents. You never said anything about none of that. So you're full of shit. You're a liar. You're lying to us yet again.
Just doesn't make sense.
And then even if you weren't lying, like, it's still weird to even say, like, oh, your parents need to be. That's weird. You have no reason to be talking to minors, period. Parents or not. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Anyways, she catfished all of us, and I was just essentially pissed off because I was like, why would you catfish? Why would you do that? You could have just been honest. And to me, I think it was a grown adult behind the other screen. For the simple fact is that the amount of gift points she was sending this guy, this was thousands of dollars. This was not no $100 here, $100 there. This guy that I was in support of and is making bank, not just from the YouTube videos, but the gift points, the music, the things that he was putting out there. These girls, and let me tell you something, there was minors that sent loads of money. This girl talking about her family's rich. My friend, who was a grown adult, was in battle with a minor because she was jealous that she would send more gifts than her. And not only that, when you sent gifts to people, they guested you on Musically when it was music.
So you and your friend were both some fucking weirdos. That's what I'm hearing, but continue.
If you sent, remember there was a gift that used to be called the dab reel. If you don't know, it was a move called the dab, and it was this little blue guy called the dab reel, which is a very expensive gift. At the time, that gift was $50. One gift, it was a $50 gift, which was one gift. Yes, it was weird. She was in battle with this minor because she was jealous because the said minor was sending more gifts than her. And she didn't like that, and she started sending gifts. And I am talking about, she was spending a lot of money on this guy. and a lot of girls did. And I noticed that a lot of men, and this wasn't him, he was a normal person and people just sent him gifts. But I've noticed the people that I used to see on lives that I used to support, they were eating up the fact that they knew they looked attractive and that people sent them gifts. I know one guy really took advantage.
Oh my god. Tophia finally cracked the code. No shit. It took you this long to realize that? Come on.
Of that, and I feel like he's the type of guy that wouldn't be like that, but he was like that because, hey, once you start getting this little attention, you run with it. Even though I think one time he did admit. But anyways, there's things like that. And I thought it was weird. Why are you battling a minor on who could send the most gifts? And for that girl to be bragging at the fact that her family's rich, you're spending thousands of dollars on some dude. You're a minor and he's way older than you, mind you.
And again, we are still talking about fucking minors 20, 30 minutes later. Tophia, you're in the middle of a story from your fucking Musical.ly days. Like, this is 7, 8, 9 years ago.
Who gives a fuck, man? We do not care. We do not need to hear this story.
And he's not going to catch a case for you just for this guy. What are you going to explain to your parents when they look at the bills and be like, why are you spending this much money to send some guy a gift on live that's way older than you? Some of these kids have no control. They literally have no self-control. They're out of control. Willy-nilly, they get to do whatever they want. If I spent hundreds of dollars on gifts when I was at their age to someone on live streams existed, I don't know if they existed when I was a teen, my parents would have knocked me one. If I would have spent money like that, oh, phew, I wouldn't be here to tell the story. Like, some of y'all's parents let you do whatever you want and run rampant. And some of y'all need to. And it's the fact that these kids be spending thousands of dollars just to get noticed by someone. And it was crazy. They were doing that on Musical.ly. One of the biggest grifters is Paul Zimmerman. You remember Zimmerman?
Oh my goodness.
He goes by a new name now. He tried to reinvent himself or change his name and come back and has headshots. He's trying to be an actor. He used to date this girl, Rosie. They had a baby. Paul Zimmerman was in my live stream. Paul Zimmerman joined my live one time and didn't say anything.
Girl, we don't give a fuck.
When I had Musical.ly live streams, crowned musers, at the time there was no verification check. On Musical.ly it was a crown. If you got a crown, that was basically your verification. I had crowned musers join my live stream. One guy pretended to be my friend for almost a week on a Friday, right? Because I worked at Dunkin' at that time. So then,
like, do you hear yourself? That's how old this story is. She was working at fucking Dunkin' Donuts.
Tophia, nobody cares. We do not care. Why are you sharing this with us? Move on. Like, Tophia, you peaked so early in life. It's honestly pathetic.
The whole week went by and I was like, oh cool, this verified person, crowned user, wants to be my friend. So then that Friday, he messaged me and so he's like, can you buy me, I think Galaxies existed then. There was a gift, I think Galaxies existed on Musical.ly too. It was a big gift and he asked me if I could send him one. And I was like, I don't know, I'll see, because I get paid and I had to figure out my bills. But then I just lied. I just told him that I wasn't going to send him no gift. First of all, you're asking me to send you a gift. You had been talking to me, wanting to be my friend the whole time, and you were just using me so at the end of the week, you could ask me to send you this gift. The whole time he said, you want to be friends? I was like, cool. I was having a conversation with this dude, friendly conversation, and then that Friday, he was like, can you send me a gift? And I was like, I said, I don't know, I'll have to think about it. That's how crazy it was on Musical.ly. I'm talking about Musical.ly since you're lost. Musical.ly, there was so many grifters, it's not even crazy. Lauren Godwin was...
Just like TikTok, you and a bunch of other TikTokers are just grifters. You ain't nothing changed. Same shit.
Probably one of the biggest grifters. These people would say, I'll react to your videos for a dab reel, and then people would send it so they could have the videos reacted to. You don't even know how much money. I bet you users back then was probably making more money than TikTokers now. And TikTokers grift too. The people on lives, they grift to get people to send gifts.
Yeah, we know, Tophia. We're looking at one right now. It's you. The projection is very real with this. And you're talking about this shit as if you charging $40 for 1 minute cameos is not also essentially a grift. Like, be so for real. Come on.
Users were crazy. And when the coin drops happened, that was the biggest grift of them all. Oh, you remember the treasure chest? So there used to be coin drops on Musical.ly. I wish they would bring that back, because man, but people took advantage of that, and I think that's why they don't bring it back. So a coin drop was a treasure chest that popped up on your screen. Whoever clicked it the fastest got coins. Those coins went to your gifts. So people would do the coin drops all the time and save it up to send someone a gift. And it was a free coin drop that the person on the live did. So the person hosting the live would do a coin drop and basically say, I'm going to do a coin drop. Guys, get ready. The first fastest 10 people to click the treasure box got coins. Mind you, there would be thousands of people on the live. So people would host coin drop lives. They would say, hey, if we get to 100,000 likes, because likes got you on a leaderboard. Now the leaderboard is based off of diamonds and gift points. Back then, there was 2 separate leaderboards. One was for gifts, and the other one was for likes. So if you got 100,000 likes, you was on the leaderboard. And so people would lie all the time. They would say, I'm going to drop a coin drop at 100,000. Then they would make up some excuse to get people to get to 200,000. They would never do coin drops. Some people, they abused the system when it came to coin drops so much so that they tricked people into watching their live. That's what it was. But those coin drops were crazy, because you would sit there, you would wait, and then click. And I can't tell you how much coins I literally had saved from coin drops, because it was enough to gift a lot of gifts. I saved up my coin drops. Whenever there was a coin drop, I never spent not one coin. I was like, you know what, I'll just save it up. I saved up over 100 coins plus. I saved up more than that. I probably saved up to 1,000 coins, or probably 1,000 plus coins. It used to be a thing on Musical.ly. It was called a coin drop, and they had this treasure chest. And basically,
we know.
The treasure chest.
You just got done fucking telling us. What the fuck? Don't. You don't need to retell us again. We heard you the first time.
Coins drop, and you gotta be the first out of 10 people to click it, and whoever was the fastest got coins. And it was a battle. There would be 5,000 people in a live trying to collect coins, and someone would say, I'm gonna do a coin drop, and then they would scam people and they wouldn't do it, and then they would say, I'm doing a coin drop at 100K. Then they would say, make some excuse and be like, we need to hit 200,000 to do a coin drop. Then they push it even further till people started to catch on. They was never going to do a coin drop. But people didn't care, because they were so entertained that they didn't realize that the person had never done the coin drop. And some new people would come in, and then they wouldn't even, it was a thing. So anyways,
yes,
it went from there. And the thing is like, and the reason why I was going to say something about Musical.ly is because a lot of people duetted videos. That's what it was on Musical.ly. If you were trying to be a content creator / influencer on Musical.ly, that's what a lot of people did. I don't understand why people will be like, oh my god. I know the Reddit has shared some videos where they're like, oh my god, look at her duets with this. First of all, it's not even inappropriate. Second of all, a lot of adults duetted minors on Musical.ly. That does not make them predators.
It makes them weird. Okay? Are you happy now? Okay, you're weird. Maybe you're not a predator, but you're a weirdo. It's fucking weird, Tophia. Like, you are not escaping that. Okay? Period.
It was a thing on Musical.ly. If you were on Musical.ly, you had to be on Musical.ly to get it. That's trying to expect someone to get Vine that wasn't on Vine. If you weren't on Vine when Vine was a thing, you're not going to get Vine. People are going to be like, why are people making these stupid 5-second videos? These 5-second clips trying to go viral on Vine. That's a whole other thing. If you're not on Vine, you're not going to get it. Viners get Vine.
I don't want to get it. I don't want to have my attention span snuffed because I'm looking at 5-second long content of a bunch of dumb shit.
Just like users get Musical.ly, right? It had nothing to do with being inappropriate. If you wanted to be a content creator / influencer, that's what you did. You were trying to do exactly what the content creators / influencers were doing to go viral. Or was doing to even... I had several instances where I have literally cared about the safety of minors. One of which, there was this account that had liked...
Oh my goodness, Tophia.
There was an account that had liked one of my videos. And I thought it was Baby Ariel at first. I thought it was a Baby Ariel. If you know Baby Ariel, then Baby Ariel was a huge muser on Musical.ly that has been in some shows for Disney. She ended up moving to Disney. It's a whole thing, and I think she's Zionist now. I think from what I last seen that someone said she supports Israel or something. I don't know. All I know is that she became so popular that she started acting on Disney Channel. She was like huge back in the day.
Cool, man.
And so I thought it was a Baby Ariel account. So I was like, oh, cool. And back then I wanted to give a support to people that supported me. So I clicked on the page because I was like, let me see their videos. Let me like some of their videos and go support them. They were live. So I clicked on the live because I was like, oh, they're live. Let me go support their live. I clicked on the live. This dude is straight up dry heaving. Not even heaving.
What?
You could hear him making these moaning noises. And he's straight up yoinking it on the live. Just laying there on the couch, straight up
Tophia, what the fuck is this story, man? Why? Oh my god. I don't know, man. I might tap out. I might. We're only halfway through. I might end up tapping out. We still have an hour left. Like, why are you telling us this story? Why do we need to know this, Tophia?
comfortable, everything, hand in his pants. I think he might have been wearing shorts, just straight up yoinking it. What are you talking about? I don't have anyone to go. Anyways, like I was saying, so this dude, right, he's just yoinking it on live, and I just freaked out because I was like, what the heck? I had never seen anyone doing that on a live, so I told people, do not click on the live, report the account, because if there was a minor that had went to the live and saw him doing that, I didn't want them to get traumatized, because that is a trauma. That was not even joking, oh, don't go, you're gonna get traumatized. No, some people could be triggered by that. And so nobody told me to be quiet. Anyways,
please be quiet. I'll tell you.
PTSD, I freaked out. That's what happened. I freaked out. Anyways, so
sure,
this one girl had come into my life. Mind you, you don't even understand just how much I had saved minors from things on Musical.ly, because Musical.ly in of itself did nothing, well, somewhat to an extent. They didn't really protect minors, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's so crazy how people are like, you had conversations with minors, you were in group chats with minors.
You were.
I don't know why I have to keep going back and explaining and putting people's personal business out.
No, there's nothing to explain. You call people out for having minors in their Discord and shit when you were doing the exact same thing. There's nothing else to explain. You're not going to like try to sugarcoat it and, oh, I was helping this person with their depression. Bruh, no, I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Period. Move on. We're still on the fucking subject of minors, man. Can we talk about something else? What is wrong with you? Is this what you be sitting laying around thinking about at 12 at midnight? Because, you know, before she went off camp, she was laid up, I'm assuming in her bed, wherever the fuck she is. Is this what you fucking be thinking about? Because that's fucking weird.
But I feel like since that's becoming a topic, I do need to explain because
it's not. You're making it the topic. It's your life. You can talk about literally anything else. But here we are for like the last 25 minutes. We have been talking about this. Like, I'm over it. Please talk about anything else. Where the fuck is Crush Chew when you need her? I'm sick of this shit.
People are bringing that back up. There was only 2 minors in the group chat. The rest were closer to my age. Now, these minors were talking about harming themselves. They were in abusive homes. For me, I didn't know what to do in this situation because I think both of them, I'm pretty sure it was both of them, they are like, oh, don't report, don't say anything, don't do anything. But even CYFD or Child Protective Services does not care about the children. And even I knew that back then. So I didn't call CYFD because I knew that it would not be, they'd go into a worse situation. It wasn't really bad abuse to, I don't know if
this is crazy.
Got abused. I think it was mentally. But they were talking about harming themselves. So I said, hey, I talked to them. I was like, I had to be the chat.
You are not qualified to talk to anyone about shit, Tophia. It's weird that you took it upon yourself to do that. But continue, I guess.
So I had to restart it. So I'm going to address a comment that someone said there shouldn't be any minors in my group chat. First of all, it was not my group chat. I don't know why I had to keep constantly explaining that. There was other adults in the group chat, which...
Tophia, you could have left. It's not your group chat. Cool. You could have left once you realized there was minors in there. That's not an excuse, man.
No one wants to acknowledge because they want to blame me because they don't like me out of the other adults, which is so weird. I was not having inappropriate conversations with minors, which is so weird. But to pinpoint me out of the other adults is weird. And I don't know how many times I've had to explain it. It was not my chat. So there's that. I don't know why someone is saying there shouldn't be minors in your chat. Well, it wasn't my chat, so I don't have...
This shit pisses me off about Tophia because she just has no autonomy. Like, you give people shit about them having minors in their discords and their chat groups, but you were actively in a chat with minors, but like instead you didn't even think to remove yourself from that situation. Like, shut the fuck up, man. I don't care. I really just don't care. Whatever.
Have a control or say over who's allowed in the chat, considering the chat was for support of a large content creator on Musically. But anyways, back to the story I was talking about. So anyways, these girls were going through a very hard time, and I said I would feel responsible if someone I knew took their life. I stepped in and had to help. Me and other adults stepped in to prevent these minors from taking their life. I knew what it was like at a young age to have thoughts of taking my life. In elementary school, I wanted to take my life. I was being bullied so badly that I didn't even want to live in elementary school. The bullying was bad. It wasn't just When I was in middle school, this guy turned around, looked me straight in my face. I remember his name was Freddie. And he looked me dead in my face and said, "Do you know you're ugly?" These things stick with you, especially at 16 years old when your dad is telling you you're a fat cow, you need to lose weight. That stuck with me. That stuck with me. These things, when I have conversations, I'm preventing people from things, right? I'm not in no way a medical professional.
Exactly.
Some people do not feel safe to call the hotline. What am I going to do? Direct them to a hotline? They're not even going. They'll probably harm themselves before they call the hotline. Some of these people don't even feel comfortable to reach out to a hotline. So that's why I was there. And like, you could say that that's lies all you want, but I never had inappropriate conversations. I didn't become close friends with minors. I became close friends with the ones that were closer to my age. That group chat was not mine. So for someone to bring up the group chat is so weird. And I'm going to tell you what happened. 2 trolls got into the group chat. I don't remember how they got into the group chat. So I was fighting, telling them, leave the group chat. Just please leave. They started being nasty. And we were all in there having a conversation. The group chat was kind of dying a little bit, but they said, go, just let them have it. So I was like, so then a lot of people just left because they got tired of the negativity. They were fighting these people. We don't really care anymore about the group chat. And I just left. I had to just leave. So for them to be sharing stuff outside the group chat, and literally what they shared was not even me talking inappropriate to minors. They just started being really weird and started saying some things. And because on Instagram, if you have a large group chat, I don't know now, but back then you could have a moderator. And we was not the moderator. The person that was the moderator was hardly ever in the chat anyways. And it was about, the group chat was for him, and he was hardly in there, and he couldn't remove them. The only person that could remove people was a moderator. It used to be like you could remove people yourself, but they refused to leave. So anyway,
Tophia, I don't care, man. Can we just please let's talk about getting housing? Let's like literally I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of commentary because this shit is so old. She's talking about shit from like Musically days. Like, I don't give a fuck, man. I just don't care because you're talking about shit from when you were like damn near 10 years ago. I don't give a fuck, Tophia. No one cares in your chat, I'm sure.
what happened was that, you know what I mean? It's just a lot. So anyways, they still were to talk to minors in their messages. Any context if you're not their family. Garla Lover, I just explained that I don't have conversations with minors by themselves. When I had conversations with the minors that tried to harm themselves, I said me and other adults intervened to stop them from taking their life. That means they were in a group chat with other adults. They were not in a chat by myself. I've never had a conversation with a minor by themselves, and I just explained.
Well, that's bullshit because you told us earlier that the other group chat with the supposed minor Olympian, whatever the fuck, they reached out to you specifically and invited you to this group. So you'd have talked to minors one-on-one. That's a fucking lie. But yes, please continue.
A situation where we got catfished, and I do not know how old the person was behind the screen that pretended to be a minor going to the Olympics in a group chat that I allowed her to be in, and I'm going to explain. So there was this girl that had joined our group chat. I had already explained it earlier, that basically lied about going to the Olympics, stole a minor's photos, pretended to be...
No. I don't care. I'm skipping this shit, dude. I'm done. I'm fucking done. I just don't. I don't need to rehear this fucking story again. We're just gonna jump to the next timestamp.
Let's address the Zoom. The group chat got brought up, and people was like, "Oh my gosh, she was in this group chat with a bunch of minors. No, I wasn't.
You were.
Let's address the Zoom. I was in a Zoom call with a bunch of adults. Mind you, we had a Zoom sleepover. We were in there for days. We would go do things. We would leave the chat. But we were all hanging out in the Zoom. This was for another content creator who was huge on TikTok. And we all became sort of online friends through, we had a...
Man, y'all hoes is bored. Like, get the fuck out of here. What the hell I look like with my grown ass hanging in a Zoom call for 2-3 days straight for a Zoom sleepover for somebody that we all like or support on TikTok. Y'all are bored. Y'all ain't have no lives, and you're sitting here lying to us saying it was just adults. Bullshit. You've told us multiple times that there were minors on that call. So don't do that. Stop lying.
Had a Telegram group which had 500 people in it, I think, because Instagram does not allow a lot of people to in one group. So we made a group on Telegram. We would play Werewolf. I think that's what the game is called. I don't know if you guys remember Werewolf on Telegram.
No.
That's a fun game to play with people. So basically it's kind of Among Us, and you gotta find who the killer is. Among Us, you find out who the killer is, and basically you are given a role, and whoever the killer is kills people until the person says you're the werewolf, until people start voting one person out one at a time. And if you get voted out, and technically you lose, even if you are not the wolf. So anyways, I didn't know that they had CS.
This shit's sad. Sad as hell.
Whatever that is. I don't know anything much about the app except you needed a phone number to sign up. I know that we had made a group there, and this was the early stages of TikTok. So this is when TikTok had first turned from TikTok to Musical.ly. This was during COVID. This was all during COVID, so I don't even know.
So why are we talking about shit from 5-6 years ago, Tophia? We don't care, man. Like, I'm trying to hang in here so we can finish this video, but this is boring. And even for Tophia, like this shit is boring, dude. We're just rehashing shit from years ago that is not relevant to anything right now. I don't know. I don't care. The fuck? Wrap this shit up, Toph.
Know anything about what happened on the app. I'm not even on Telegram anymore. I don't even use Telegram. But I used it for that group chat because nobody was going to be active in the other chats on Instagram just because not everybody was allowed in there. So anyways, that happened and we did a Zoom together. They were like, why don't we just Zoom together and have a sleepover kind of thing? First of all, what kind of a minor is going to be allowed to be on a Zoom call for days? Mind you, we were on that Zoom call for 3 days, I think it was. Some
Pathetic.
of these people literally were grown adults that were going to the laundromat, washing clothes, going to their jobs, going to the gym and working out. Someone had a screenshot of the Zoom call. I don't know where they got that from. And basically tried to say, look, she was in a Zoom call with all these minors. First of all, is it hard for you to understand that some adults look young?
Nah, we're not doing that. Because you've already told us that there were minors on this call. So you're not going to try to spin the narrative like there was no minors there at all, because I don't believe a bunch of adults just don't have shit to do their entire weekend to sit in a Zoom call with other motherfuckers for 3 days straight. Like, that sounds like some child activity. Something that motherfuckers that don't have responsibilities and don't have shit to do. That sounds like something they would do. So no, I don't believe none of this shit.
So you assume because they look like they're minors, they must be minors? That's a thing. That's why people say, why are you dating someone that looks like a minor? Because they get weirded out. And it's like, some people do. They will date adults that look like they're 12 because they're into that thing, which is weird.
What?
But anyways, these were adults. Mind you, I was in that Zoom call at the time my friend had died and was having her service. I went to her service and I was still on the Zoom call on mute because I muted it. I had a laptop at the time. And as a matter of fact, my laptop still might be in storage. Or I don't know if I...
It might be in storage? Okay.
I still have that laptop. Anyways, I know I had the Chromebook and that's long gone because everything in the car got auctioned off. But I had another laptop before then that I used. Anyways, so to literally talk about me being in this Zoom call with minors, why did you lie like that?
Nah, again, you yourself has said there was minors on the call. So no one's lying except for you.
None of those people were minors.
Bullshit.
There was only two people that were minors in the Telegram, and they were twins. And they're actually from the same city and state that I'm from. And mind you, that's not even my group chat. I don't even know why people keeps blaming me for someone else's group chat.
You partook. That's the whole thing. If you're going to give fucking people on Discord shit for having minors in the Discord, then you're no better because you were in group chats and other bullshit with minors. Stop, what do you not understand about that? It doesn't matter if it was yours or not. It's fucking stupid.
Nobody talks inappropriate in there. And first of all, it was just talks about K-pop. A lot of these people would talk about K-dramas. They would talk about K-pop. They would talk about BLs. BLs is boys love boys drama. Anyways, they would talk about stuff like that. There was no inappropriate talk whatsoever. And the thing that I wanted to talk about was, why do people continuously lie? There is no place to leave reviews for a shelter or a place that I'm at. When you say that they're leaving reviews, I don't believe it. First of all, I'm not in the Discord. Someone sent my mom screenshots. That's a lie. Second of all, if they claim they have my address, they don't. They could leave reviews wherever the heck they want. But I'm not there. They're harassing a place that I'm not at again. They ain't gonna find where I'm at because this place is not listed online. Plus, I'm not at a shelter.
Oh, shut the fuck up. It's not listed online. Bullshit. Everything is online nowadays, Tophia. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm not anywhere. I'm in a tent. People don't need to know where I'm at. And even so, there's no place to report. It's not online. I don't think a bridge is online. I'm not even
You're not under a bridge. Shut up.
I just literally said that. They tried to lie and say I was in a Zoom call with kids when I wasn't.
You yourself said you were in a Zoom call with kids, but moving on.
All those people that was in the Zoom call sleepover was adults.
Lies.
What are we doing? Why do you keep saying that? Do you have a hard time hearing, or are you trying to twist my words?
Because you're a liar.
No, I sound like Tweety, but are you or who's that, Sylvester? Are you trying to twist my words? Or Elmer Fudd? Are you trying to twist my words?
Corny, boo.
Twix off kids. I'll get you, you squirrely rabbit. Anyways, it's
what
just
the
crazy.
Fuck, man?
People love to twist things I say because they want to take things out of context on purpose. Nowhere did I say I was talking to minors.
Yes, you did.
I said the group chat.
You literally told us earlier that you were talking to minors. You were talking to minors supposedly about S prevention. You were talking to another minor that invited you to a group chat. You talk to minors. Period. You're a weirdo, man. That's it. That's it. I'm done.
Chats that I were in was not my group chats. So I don't know why people are acting like I added minors to my group chats because I've never had a group chat. I don't have a Discord. I do have a Discord that I was making, but then I decided against it because I already knew what was going to happen. Any Discord channel or chat that I was in, I joined. I never had a personal group chat. And if I did have a group chat with people, it's people that I know and trust, that I talk to every day. There was a group chat with 3 of us in there, and 2 of them were not trolls. But that's the only one group chat that I've had. Besides the other group chats that I was in, those were not my group chats. I never even started group chats. I already had some experiences with group chats, that's why I never made any. First of all, group chats have no control. People have added me to group chats and just started spamming the heck out of me, which I turned it off for anyone to add me to group chats. Then I started getting notifications crazy. I don't join group chats because when someone does something, then you get blamed. I'm not going to be responsible if someone says something racist and then they say, oh, you didn't say anything, but I'm not in the group chat. I'm not going to be there 24/7. That is not my job. My job does not consist of a group chat. You know what I mean? I'm not going to spend my 24/7 all day in a group chat just to make sure nobody's doing something that I'm going to get blamed for. And I'm not saying racism is okay. That's not what I'm saying. But if I'm not in there monitoring the group chat 24/7, I do not want to be in one. I've never made a group chat and added people. Other people have made a group chat and added me.
Cool,
so for
man.
people to try to say your group chat, it was not my group chat. I didn't even start that group chat. That group chat was not started by me. None of the group chats were started by me. Not even the Telegram was started by me. Telegram was started by the other people that made the Instagram group chat for that person. All the group chats that I was in on Instagram was made by other people. And it was adults. It was not minors. I don't know why people tries to lie on Reddit and say, oh, she was in these group chats with minors. You literally shared a picture of grown adults and blurred out their face. Are you stupid? Do you see how crazy these people are? They blurred out their face as if they're trying to pay respects and not show the minor's face that was on a Zoom call when you blurred out an adult's face to try to make it seem like it was a minor. Oh, we're not doxing the minor because that's why they blacked the minor's face out and scribbled out their face. It's not even a minor. I don't know why you blurred out an adult's face and tried to make it seem like it was a minor in a Zoom call. Whose parent is going to let their minor on a Zoom call for 3 days?
What adult is wasting 3 days of their time sitting on a Zoom call? That's what I want to fucking know. Oh, Tophia. Because she has never had anything better to do with her fucking time. It's just fucking ridiculous, man.
That sounds ludicrous. There's no way that I'm not... If that's the case and you're leaving your kid unattended for 3 days, then you've got issues. My kids are definitely not going to be on a Zoom call.
Do not have
slumber
kids.
Party for 3 days with anyone online.
Sure.
Even if it's other kids their age, because
you wouldn't fucking know because you'd be glued to your phone for 16 hours a day. But sure, Tophia.
That's weird. This was during COVID. So to try to lie like that is insane. And that's the reason why I say it was during COVID, is because people can't work. Everything was shut down. We were on lockdown. So people had time on their hands. Kids still had to go to school because school was online. But to try to sit here and blur an adult's face and make it seem like it's a minor is weird. Why go that extra mile to lie? I just literally explained the duets on Musical.ly. Or are you stupid? Now you're bringing up the duets on Musical.ly. First of all, we're not talking about duets on Musical.ly.
Thank God. Like, man. Okay. I'm really, guys, I'm really trying, but we have been talking about minors for, it's been like at least 40 minutes at this point. Like, my brain is like, it's melting. I don't care about any of this shit. Why is this the subject matter for today's live stream? I don't get it. It's weird.
I, in my adult life, have never spent this much time talking about kids. This is some oddball shit.
I'm talking about group chats. You're deflecting from liable defamation and slander. You can't lie on someone and then deflect to not doxing, to duetting kids on Musically. I've literally explained that. If you were not on Musically, then you can't talk about Musically, because you don't get Musically. That's like someone trying to tell someone about Vine that was never on Vine. If you weren't a Viner, then you don't get Vine. Musically, a lot of adults duetted people on Musically so that they can grow their following. I was trying to be a content creator. I was trying to make money. Hello. So yes, I was.
So you have to duet minors in order to grow your content? Like, that's bullshit, but sure. Whatever you say, Toph.
Going to duet people because that was the thing to do on Musically. I didn't make any inappropriate videos doing inappropriate things with minors and duetting them like that. You guys make those duets weird. Why are you sexualizing that? If your mind immediately goes to sexual and kids, then there's something wrong with you. No, you're not calling me out on anything, right? You said you're calling me out on my bullshit. But the thing is, Star, is why are you not calling out the Discord for having a minor in there talking about how people are going to see them naked? So you're arguing with me about minor safety, but you could give two fucks about what's going on in this Discord because Gio right here said, nuh-uh, I'm a minor, sorry. And then they...
And again, I've already shown the screenshot of what happened. They literally were banned within the same minute of saying that crazy shit. So, okay. And it's so convenient that the screenshot doesn't include the minor getting banned.
It's very convenient, Tophia. It's almost as if you're just trying to throw dirt on the Discord
just to get it taken down. Because, of course, you don't want to provide all the context. You don't want to show that the mods actually did their jobs and removed someone that admitted that they were a minor, right? Right.
Responded to a comment that says, I just saw Mama Chew half naked. You are fine. You're gonna see me naked next. So your advocacy stops for the safety of minors when it comes to someone you don't like. You want to lie on them and call them a predator and a pedo, but when it's happening in a Discord, you don't want to report or say anything? Oh, now you're silent. Oh, now you don't want to speak up. Now all of a sudden, your mood is different. You can't talk about...
You're so full of shit. And like, just the fact, because I mean, in order for that person to have said they were a minor, and within, I think it's literally within like 4 or maybe 5 messages in the same minute, because there's timestamps, within the same minute, that person was banned. The minor was kicked out. How, like, it's just very convenient that your screenshot that you decided to share doesn't include them banning the person. It's very convenient. Again, it's almost, and like I said earlier, it's almost as if this was like a plant. Like someone went in there, said some ridiculous shit and said they were a minor just to try and get the Discord shut down. That's what it seems like to me. I don't know.
About anything if you're not talking about predators all the way around. I'm not a predator. So why don't you address this? That is the screenshot. There is no uncropping. My mom sent that to me.
There is fucking cropping. You fucking lying piece of shit. There is cropping. What do you mean? Because even... I'm not going to fucking go back. Or maybe I will. I'll go back and find it. So I'm going to put this up on the screen. This isn't a full... this isn't like a full screenshot. What falls underneath the messages is cropped out. This is not a full screenshot. You're full of shit.
That is literally someone else that took the screenshot like that. You don't need no context when it comes to a minor saying you're gonna see me naked next. What context do you need to see? I'm so sick and tired of people saying, let me see what someone said before then. I got sent this comment like this. You don't.
And yeah, you do need fucking context, because no one said anything in a sexual manner to the supposed minor. It's the minor that said some off the wall shit, and also tells the entire Discord that they are a minor. Which it almost seems as if they were trying to like implant some bullshit to get the Discord shut down. That's what it seems like at surface level to me. So, and then you're just going to straight up lie and say, oh, the screenshot, it's not cropped. Like, it's an obviously cropped screenshot. What the fuck do you mean? The person was banned from the Discord within the same minute of them saying that they're a minor. But that's conveniently not in the screenshot. And you're trying to get a call to action. Oh, we all need to go report this Discord. And if you don't report it, then you're predators. Like, no, this seems like some bullshit that you cooked up to try and get the Discord shut down. That's what it seems like.
You don't need to see what was said before then. Why is there a minor in the Discord saying that you're going to see me naked next?
Bro, that's what they said. No one asked them to show that. I'm not agreeing with it, but it's like this person said some off the wall shit and then states that they're a minor. That's weird. That's weird as fuck. No one was trying to like talk to this child, and there was nothing sexual said from what I can see. So, like, what the fuck?
You don't need no context to that. What kind of a minor is making jokes about you're gonna see me naked next in a Discord full of adults? I don't give a fuck.
What kind of minor,
you need to
Tophia?
see before this comment? If your kid was in this Discord, you'd flip. Why are we just...
Yeah, if my kid was in that Discord saying shit like that, you're damn right, I would flip. But it's the supposed kid, because I don't know, man. I know Tophia, I know for sure Tophia lurks the Reddit. Again, I'm not in the Discord. I'm not on Kiwi Farms, so I have no idea what the fuck is going on over there. But this seems like sabotage. And then the fact that there's no context. What was said before, where is the rest of, because if it's a screenshot, why is it cropped? For one, that's the first thing. Why is this cropped? Because she's put up this message for us here. Why is this cropped to just this message? And it's the supposed minor in question is the one saying the off the wall shit. I wonder, let's see if she puts up the other one. Because then maybe I don't have to do that extra editing.
What the context was, why the minor made the joke. It's the fact that it is weird. If that was your child making jokes to a Discord full of adults talking about you're going to see me naked next, you're not going to care about what the context is. You're going to flip out on your child and get mad at them.
Exactly. I would flip out on my child. Because it's your child, the supposed child, is the one that's saying some crazy, problematic shit. No one in the Discord said anything to this person specifically, from what I can see. So please continue. Go ahead and justify this for us, Tophia. I'm sure you're going to spin this somehow, some way.
And revoke their privileges.
Yeah.
You're not going to care what the context was of why your child made this joke. Are you gonna? So you're saying you're justifying a minor saying you're gonna see me naked next?
No one said that.
Justify your child talking like this around a group full of adults? That is weird. It literally says here, not ID verification shoot, and Geo, mind you, since you're illiterate and you don't know how to read, because that's the same person that said you're gonna see me naked next, says Nuh-uh.
And again, like this screenshot, like it, bro, literally not ID verified Chu is like what they have, I guess next to their name. I'm assuming this just seems very convenient. Like, this is weird. And then again, because I'll put this picture up again right next to this shit in the same time frame, or in the same fucking what am I trying to say? The timestamp, okay? So I'm assuming whoever posted this this screenshot that I have, they're in a different time zone, but it's still 35. So they said that they were a minor, at this time, and then you have WTF, oh nah, and then the person is banned. So it's just convenient that literally one or two messages down, you would have seen that the moderation team banned the person that's claiming that they're a minor. But for Tophia, of course, if she can use this as ammunition to take down the Discord, she will.
I'm a minor. Sorry. So why are we sitting here trying to justify the context? That screenshot was sent to me like that, so I can't revert anything because I didn't crop that. It was like that, and even if I was to get the uncropped version, what difference would that make? Why is it?
It makes a huge difference because you would see that the moderation team acted appropriately and removed the minor from the Discord. Duh.
You're always trying to justify things when it comes to minors being put in danger? Because there's a lot of pedophiles on Discord, so why are you trying to justify that? Oh, you always have some sort of excuse when it's other people. You don't want to report it, just say that. You defend you're a pedophile, just say that. There's no context that needs to be seen. This joke was not okay. Even
The context is important. What do you mean there's no context that needs to be seen? Context is important for virtually any situation that you can think of, for the most part. Not every single thing, but for the most part, especially online where like you're not speaking to each other. This is all text. You can't read inclination and different tones. There's none of that. So yes, context is fucking important. I really wish that we could see what was said above this, but her stupid background is in the fucking way.
if they were joking, who lets their minors joke like that? I would never let my kids.
Who lets their kids joke like that?
What? If your kids are making jokes about sex and being naked and that stuff, where do you think they learned that from? You let
their parents, probably. Like, or other kids. Like, Tophia, do you realize the internet is like a thing? Like, kids unfortunately learn about a lot of shit that they should not know about very early. Like, what are you talking about?
Let your kids run wild. I seen things that I should have not seen at a young age.
Exactly.
I was forced to see. Mind you, my brother's friend.
She gonna tell us this stupid Howard Stern radio show fucking story again? Oh my goodness.
His cousin showed him porn at a young age. Mind you, him and my brother are the same age. They're in elementary school. My brother was 3 years younger than me, so I think I was 15, 16 at the time. 15. So that's 14, 13, 12. My brother was 12. He was still in elementary school. My brother's friend was bragging, and well, not even bragging, was basically it was a cry for help, saying that his stepbrother, I believe it was his stepbrother, showed him porn videos and said forced him to watch it. Hold on. Sorry, that scared the...
Why do we need to know this?
Why is this the topic? Like, this is so cringe, and like I'm having a hard time continuing because like, what are we doing? This is just fucking weird. We don't need to hear about this shit, Tophia.
The crap out of me. It was just something. It was wrong place. Anyways, I was saying, that was being spread around. So, my friend's brother obviously was being introduced among the guys. Because my friend's brother had showed us some stuff and tried to say that my brother showed him, which was not the case because my friend's brother was in middle school. We were in the same grade. We were in the same school. For you to say that an elementary school kid showed you porn is a lie.
You literally just said that a kid that was your brother's age showed him porn. So, like, pick a lane. Like, what are you know what? Hold on. I just can't. I don't want to hear about this shit. I'm like really just over it. So I'm going to pick a timestamp because we still have like 40 minutes of this shit. I'm just going to pick a timestamp that hopefully is just talking about like anything else. Like, so we're going to move ahead. Looks like roughly 15 minutes or so.
First of all, when I talk about sex, I'm a grown adult. Second of all, I'm not in heat all the time. When I make lip sync videos, I don't understand why people say I'm in heat. That doesn't make any sense. It's just a basic lip sync video. Just because I like the way I look when I have makeup on and I'm wearing a dress does not mean I'm thirst trapping someone. I'm just literally making a lip sync video and people are like, who is this for? When I literally posted about, thinking about what sex would be like with you, why does that affect you? I'm not sexual.
What the fuck?
I don't sexualize people online, nor have I ever made people feel uncomfortable.
Are you sure about that? Because I don't know, Toph.
What are we talking about? Some of y'all are weird, and then some of y'all will be in the comment section saying who wants to sleep with you. Are you concerned who wants to sleep with me or not? I'm not making thirst trap videos. Those are literal lip sync videos. Hence the hashtag lip sync. In none of those videos did I tag hashtag thirst trap.
You don't have to fucking hashtag something for it to be something else, Tophia. You've literally been hashtagging everything my Dulce moment while you are in a fucking shelter.
Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
What are we fucking talking about? You're about to piss me off. Like, no, you do be trying to thirst trap because every lip sync video, you try to do this whole seductive thing and you just look gross. I'll say it. I don't give a damn. You look gross. And with the makeup, it's just caked on, untactfully done. There's so many things I want to say, but goddamn TOS. So we're just going to move on.
It's literally not a thirst trap. I'm sorry, but I am Jacob Townsend. Why don't you shut up? You're so mad and annoying. All you do is talk shit. You've been talking shit to me in DMs You got nothing better to do with your fake ass LinkedIn profile.
Then block him, you idiot.
You're not even professional. I don't even know why you have a profile on LinkedIn if you're being a bully and harassing someone, you weird ass. Well, go ahead. It's not going to get taken down. You can report the live all you want. On Instagram, you can say whatever you want. Child safety, there is no minors in this live stream whatsoever. You don't give a fuck about child safety. Report the Discord then, bitch. If you care about child safety, go report the Discord, or you don't care about child safety. Talking about child safety, my ass. I'm gonna wipe my ass with that one. Some of y'all really are fucking weird. Seriously.
Says the weirdo.
Like I said, one person reporting is not gonna do nothing. I could report to the FBI, but they're not gonna do anything because I'm one person. So
Well, there's nothing to report to the FBI because the person was removed from the Discord immediately. Shut the fuck up. You lying, conniving piece of shit. I'm just like, whew, okay. Let me just breathe. I'm going to take a sip of my brew. We're going to try to make it to the end of this thing. Cause like, I'm literally at my wit's end, y'all. Like, I'm really trying, but like, I'm like agitated because not only did I have to listen to her talk about minors for almost an hour, then we had to go into like past stories from when she was 12 years old of how someone made her watch a video she didn't want to watch, as if she has no autonomy to close her fucking eyes or walk away. Like, get on my damn nerves, Tophia. Christ.
So do you, bro? There was someone else that was sending me screenshots, and I don't think you actually have screenshots because you wouldn't be saying that in the live. Because if you did have screenshots, you wouldn't be saying that on the live. People that send screenshots, they don't mention in the live because they get harassed. That's
Word.
how I know. Because people get harassed for that stuff. Anyways, I gotta get some sleep because I got
Please
stuff I gotta do
go to
tomorrow,
sleep.
And I gotta get up early. Anyways,
that's cap. There's still 20 fucking
minutes.
minutes.
Let's talk about Wesley. First of all, I didn't run Wesley
off. Oh my god.
Wesley had personal issues, which is why he left TikTok. He didn't leave TikTok and delete his account because of me. Let's get into it. There was another Asian content creator that has been going viral for talking about world issues. You know who he is. He wears a bandana. He's the one that literally made a video calling Wesley a predator when he doesn't know nothing, saying that Wesley is making these thirst traps on TikTok and there's kids on this app and most of the people interacting with his page are minors, when that's not the case. He didn't even look at the accounts. Mind you, Wesley has always said 18 plus, so that has never been an issue. He has never thirst trapped to minors in any capacity.
Okay, shut the fuck up, because I'm not even, because I don't be on TikTok like that, but I'm pretty sure there's like probably some type of feature, just like YouTube, where you can restrict your content to 18 and older. I'm calling bullshit. I don't think Wesley, Justin Burke, any influencer, not just the guys, the OF girls, they do the same shit. They promote their shit and they don't care. They just want to get it out to as many people as possible. So you sign up for their shit or you send them gifts, because they're all a bunch of despicable, arrogant, gross people. Fuck it. I said it. Whatever. I'm done. I don't give a fuck about hearing about Wesley again for the umpteenth time. I'm wrapping this shit up. I'm sorry. I tried. This video, we're already looking at probably 2 hours on this video. I'm done. I'm tapping out. I can't. From what I can see in the timestamp, she's just going to talk about Wesley. She says she's not at a shelter, which is bullshit. She's obviously at a shelter, or else she would be bawling her eyes out. She made the little joke. Oh, there's no address for under the bridge. Shut up, Tophia, because I know for a damn fact you cannot set up a tent yourself if your life depended on it. If she was under the bridge, she would be crashing out super hard. The same way that she was crying and snotting when she got kicked out of that first shelter and she didn't know where she was going to go while she was sitting at the park. That's the Tophia we will be seeing, not this smug ass bullshit that we're getting right now. So I'm calling bullshit. And with that, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sorry to cut it short, but I just can't handle anymore. This was a long fucking watch as far as recording time. Like, I'm almost at 2.5 hours. I'm going to try to get this down closer to 2 hours if I can. So thank you so much for watching. If you did make it this far, I highly, highly, highly appreciate you. Thank you so much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed the commentary. Big shout out to my Ko-fi members. Thank you all so much. And yeah, Guys, have a wonderful 4th of July weekend. I wouldn't be surprised if Toph goes live again tonight. So more than likely, I will be seeing y'all tomorrow. And with that, y'all be safe, be kind to each other, and I will see you all very soon.